I can't believe it, Bears fans. We have a real coaching staff. Ben Johnson's doing a hell of a job. Dennis Allen is doing a fantastic job as well. More reaction following the Bears win over the Saints, as this team has won 4 games in a row, and these two individuals have a lot to do with it. If you are fired up, if you are excited about the 4 straight wins, hit that like button. Let's go. I'm Harrison Graham. This is Chicago Bears Now, and the Bears are vibing right now. Did you guys see the locker room celebration? This man got a game ball from Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, and does it feel a little like 2018 with this defense? I do want to be clear off the top. I don't think this defense is as talented or necessarily even as good as that defense, but one thing they are doing right now, just like that defense did that year, is they are getting takeaways in bunches. They're on an absolute heater during this 4-game winning streak, taking the football away from their opponent. Week 3 against Dallas, 4 takeaways. Week 4 against the Raiders, 4 takeaways. Week 6 after the bye week against Washington, 3 takeaways. And then, of course, on Sunday, 4 takeaways against the New Orleans Saints. 16 takeaways on the year. 15 of those are in the last 4 games. Don't think it's a coincidence that you've won 4 in a row and that these takeaways have come in bunches. And it does start to feel familiar, right? That defense in 2018, which is one of the better defenses in the 21st century, 36 takeaways. On pace for 45 this year. Now, 1 extra game, so you can call it 42 or whatever it is, but this defense is on pace to top that defense in terms of takeaways. Now, this pace will slow down. They're not going to average almost 4 takeaways over the next month. At least you wouldn't think. If they do, they're going to be winning a lot of football games. But the point is that Dennis Allen is doing a hell of a job. He is finding ways to put opposing teams and quarterbacks into scramble mode with their brain with the different coverages, the disguises, rotating coverages, which is something they did against the Raiders. Blitzing more against certain opponents, not blitzing against others. Spencer Rattler, especially early in that game on Sunday, just all over the place. To his credit, found a few plays in the middle of that game, but this defense is flying around, and they are around the football a lot. They're punching the ball out. They're getting hands on balls. We saw the T.J. Edwards one where he tipped up, and Tremaine Edmonds is able to pick it off. And they're doing all this without a good natural pass rush. Now, something D.A. has also done, and that we got to give him credit for over these last couple of games, he's finding ways to manufacture pressure. Because, look, they're not winning a lot of one-on-ones, at least consistently, that result in sacks. I think Montez Sweat has played better the last couple of weeks, had a strip sack, but this team has 7 sacks over the last 2 games, and I think only 2 or 3 of those 7 are from actual defensive linemen. So what does that tell you? He's showing different looks. He's blitzing. Kyler Gordon off the edge had a sack this past week. Jaquan Brisker in the backfield. He's finding ways to manufacture pressure because, look, this defense, if we're going to talk big picture, like how good could this defense be, realistically, without that big-time pass rusher, it probably can't be an elite defense over 17 games. They're one big-time pass rusher away. Now, does that mean you drop everything and go trade for that guy if he's available? I'm not saying that. That still feels a little bit risky, but, we can have a conversation over the next couple of weeks on that. But you are getting major ball production from this group right now. By the way, without your best overall player on defense in Jalen Johnson. Grady Jarrett hasn't played in the last 3 weeks. This is a hell of a job by this coaching staff. Al Harris deserves a lot of credit as well. So I'm just fired up, man, what I've seen from this defense with key guys out for chunks of the season. TJ and Kyler just came back. Jalen basically hasn't played. Tyreek Stevenson's now banged up. Hopefully he's all right, but this is a hell of a job by Dennis Allen and his staff. Grade the Bears' defense through 6 games. A, B, C, D, or F. Drop a letter grade down in the comments section below. How would you grade this group so far? I think if you add everything up, if you factor in the injuries, you factor in all of it, it's a solid B+, man. I mean, you take the Detroit game out of it, this defense has been really good. All right, coming up, the Bears have also flipped the script in their running game offensively. As Ben Johnson, we got to give him his flowers as well, not only as the head coach, but as the play caller and offensive coordinator. Obviously, Declan Doyle holds that title, but you guys know what I mean. We'll talk about Ben and the offense, especially the run game, coming up here in just a moment, but do want to talk about our sponsor here for just a second. That is Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy at prizepicks.com/CLNS. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Missed again earlier today, or earlier on Sunday, I should say. But we're back at it. It's okay. You know, it ebbs and flows, and your boy is still up a ton of money overall this season. The way Prize Picks works is simple. You pick more or less on player stat projections on 2 to 6 player lineups, and if you win, or if you hit, you win money, up to 2,000 times your entry on certain lineups. That's right. You can turn $10 into $20,000 with Prize Picks. Little 4-player action I've got for Monday for you guys. I like David Montgomery more on his rushing yards. Dan Campbell says they want to get that split more 50-50 again and get Demo going, so I'll take the more on his rushing yards. I'll take more on Mike Evans. It sounds like he's going to play. If it doesn't, this will just turn into a 3-player lineup, but the rest of that Bucs receiving core is pretty banged up, so I like more than 65.5 receiving yards for Mike Evans. I'll take less on C.J. Stroud's passing yards, 225.5, and then I'll take more Sam Darnold, half a passing touchdown, a goblin play there. Those are a little easier to hit. Little 4-player lineup for you guys on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use our code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Hello, run game. How great has this been over the last couple of weeks? We'll talk about Caleb Williams in a minute, and he obviously hasn't played great coming out of the bye week, especially in that Saints game. I did not think he was that good. But the run game has completely flipped the script. Look at what they've done over the past 2 weeks. First of all, Ben Johnson has stayed with it because it's been very effective. Well over 5 yards per carry at 5.5, 367 yards on 67 carries, 3 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift has back-to-back 100-yard games, I think for the first time in his Bears career. He's been fantastic over these past 2 games, 232 yards rushing on 33 carries, 7 yards per clip. He's been awesome. He's been more decisive. We talked about coming out of that Commanders game, what really stood out was the outside zone, getting him on the perimeter, running behind the tackles. In this one, I thought he did a good job of finding cutback lanes, even on plays that were designed to go outside. It seems like his vision has been better these past couple of weeks, and obviously the run blocking has been much better these last 2 weeks as well. We saw the Kyle Monangai breakout game as he was able to rush for 81 yards and a touchdown, his first career score against the Saints in Week 7. So those two combined for over 200 this week. And again, the last 2 weeks, they've rushed for almost 400 yards, talking about the Bears in these 2 games. It's just been nice to see. I think the run blocking really sticks out. The first few weeks, and this is Ben Johnson stayed with this thought that this is not a running back's issue. This is, we're not blocking it upright. It's not timing upright. It's just a little bit off, but we're going to get there. And Ben and this staff clearly went to work during the bye week, say, hey, how do we get this run game going? And boy, have they done it. And I think a lot of it has been leaning into the outside zone a little bit more. And I think things are just timing up and clicking better. The lanes have been larger, you can tell. But I also think Swift's vision has been a little bit better in this stretch. Like I said earlier, that cutback lanes that he's seeing and identifying. I thought he had 4 or 5 of those against the Saints where, you know, plays designed to maybe go behind the tackle and the tight end. He cuts it back between the tackle and guard. Just really nice. It's just really good running back play in the NFL, and it all seems to be working together. And again, this is after the first 4 games. It looked like this, just over 100 yards per game, and that was with Caleb scrambling more than he has the last couple of weeks. So the running backs in particular, which you can see there, 3.4 yards per carry, the production and the efficiency, more importantly, was not there, whereas it has improved more than 2 yards per carry over the last couple of weeks. And from a running back standpoint, I think it's more like 2.5 yards per carry, closer to that 6 number against Washington and New Orleans, which has been great. Obviously, 3 rushing touchdowns the last 2 weeks compared to 2 the first 4 weeks. Just all in all, they have flipped this completely. And guys, this is what good coaching looks like. They figure out what's not working, and they find solutions. It may not be perfect. No one's saying they're going to dominate on the ground every week. Just like we said with Dennis Allen, this pace with the takeaways, it's probably not going to continue at this level. But These coaches are doing a hell of a job. These players are responding to it, and they're going out there and they're executing the game plan. They're saying, hey, this right here, this play that's going for -2, we can find 5 yards here if we do X, Y, and Z. This play, we're going to ditch that play. We're going to go to this run concept because we think that fits what you guys do better. That's what a coaching staff does. They adapt, they evolve, and they figure out what plays work versus which ones do not. Subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you guys daily content. We go live every game day, plus every Monday and Thursday. We'll be live tomorrow, 4 o'clock Central Time as well. We'll also have a video up in the morning here on Chicago Bears Now. So we're not slowing down. Plenty of content here to come when it comes to the Bears. And all of this is why I'm still confident in Caleb Williams and where ultimately this is going to go. It hasn't been great out of the bye. I thought it was up and down against Washington. And against the Saints, quite frankly, I didn't think he was that good at all. I didn't think he was horrible. Again, Spencer Rattler had 4 turnovers. Caleb had just 1. So in a game that kind of got clunky, winning the turnover battle and taking care of the ball better does matter. He does deserve credit for that, for playing cleaner than Rattler, because that's what a lot of these games come down to, which quarterback takes care of the football better. But even Caleb said after the game, said, yeah, I didn't do my part today. Felt like I let the guys down, but luckily the defense and the run game were there to pick me up. So, good to see him acknowledge that. Hey, it's on me. Didn't play well enough. Got to get back to work. And I still trust that this is going to happen because he's putting in the work. Ben Johnson's been clear about that. Ben has said that there's going to be bumps in the road. It's not going to be linear growth. I still think from week 1 to now, he's made strides this season. Let's see where it's at the end of the season. And if it's in a much better place, that's going to be very, very good. And if Ben, if Dennis, if these position coaches, if we're already seeing lots of adjustments and growth across the board, Caleb's going to get better. I just do trust that. Obviously, he's got to go out and make the plays, but I think in the end, this is going to be better than what it looked like against New Orleans. And hey, this is a sign potentially of a good football team. You can beat a team by 12 points in which your quarterback played a below-average game. That's a positive. There's a lot more positives right now with this team than negatives. 4 wins in a row, first time since 2018. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty fired up. And I'm still a believer in 18. I know not everybody is, and that's okay. That's your right as a fan. But I believe that in the end, this is going to work with Caleb Williams and with Ben Johnson. If you're still a believer in Caleb, type B for believe. If you don't believe in him, type D for don't. All right, that's going to do it for Chicago Bears Now. Enjoy the rest of Sunday Night Football if you guys are watching that right now as well. We will be back in the morning with another episode. Plus, we will go live to Monday afternoon as well for Victory Monday. 4th straight win. Doesn't get old, does it? Let's keep on stacking. Bear down.